It's your girl Creole. Let's go. It's your girl Creole. It's your boy Retro. It's your boy Retro. It's your boy Retro. Retro. It's your boy Retro. Let's go. It's Creole. Let's go. It's Creole. Let's go. Your girl Creole. Let's go. Your girl Creole. Oh yeah. It's your girl Creole. Let's go. It's your girl Creole. It's your boy Retro. It's your boy Retro. But yeah.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Retro.
And this is Creole.
And you listen to another episode of But Yeah. Oh, damn, you ain't gonna say nothing?
What? Was waiting for you to finish the
Wow.
intro.
Anyway, what's up, y'all? Thank y'all for tuning in again. Once more, if you're listening, wherever you are listening, we are grateful and thankful for you tuning in to us and listening to us. Once more, shout out to India holding it down for us. United States, y'all gotta get y'all shit together, man. Come on now.
And also love from the United Kingdom, Pakistan.
Yep, those other areas. But like I say, India holding it down. Y'all better, I don't know. I need to spread the love, spread the word or something. First of all, I like to start off by saying R.I.P. to my grandfather, who passed away this morning, Mr. Richard. You finally get to get your wings and go aggravate your wife now, so enjoy that in heaven or wherever the playing fields that you play, in that pasture in the sky, wherever it may be. But just know that I love you and you will be missed.
I love you too, Grandpa, because you was the only grandpa I knew. Because neither one of my grandpas was still around when I was born. So I kind of adopted him as my grandpa.
Creole, it's not about you right now.
I'm
It's about
just
me.
saying.
Jesus. I can't.
Am I not part of the family now?
Yeah, but he's my grandfather.
Okay,
I can't even
I'm sorry.
more.
I wasn't. All right, I'm sorry.
I didn't get to see my grandfather. That's right. Oh, Jesus. I'm just playing. But anyway, no, I'm not playing. He really did pass, but yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. So if y'all, say a prayer for my family and for my father and his brothers and sisters. Pablo, don't sit down. You ain't do nothing. You was chill out. Come up in here and make all these noise. And by the way, Pablo is Creole's dog. He is an old being because all he does is lay and sleep and rotate. Like
he is 12 years old now.
yeah,
Well, he will be 12. He's 11 now. So, I mean, yeah, he's old. He has age.
Yeah, he does. But anyway, y'all, let's get into it. So, first of all, we're going to talk about what recently happened in, I thought it was the United States of America, but
Apparently, we're a
what?
third world country now.
Yeah, I tell you one thing. Olympus really has fallen. It was, what day that was?
That was last Wednesday.
Last Wednesday?
Yeah.
Last Wednesday during
last Wednesday afternoon during a what are they trying to say? I think
the electoral vote.
Yeah, they were certifying the electoral vote. And the day before Trump held I think it was called like Save the Nation rally or something like that to like rile them up. And then the next day they were protesting them certifying the electoral college votes, and they stormed the Capitol to stop the vote.
Mind you, it was a bunch of Trump supporters who went to the state capitol
from other cities. This is not all people who dwell in D.C. These are people who flew from California, Florida, Alabama, Virginia. Well, I mean, Virginia is technically the D.C. area, but I mean, they came from all over.
They came from all over. And they went to the Capitol protest, which you have every right to protest. That's their freedom of speech to protest, right?
Yeah.
So you could protest.
But a peaceful assembly, though.
Peaceful assembly. Just like just like the Black Lives Matters assembly peacefully. They always seem to turn out to some riot or, you know, some type of um, tear gas being deployed and SWAT coming. But no, not this time around. No, you had all of these Trump supporters, all these who passionate Republicans, wherever you call wherever the groups were out there. They were out there, quote unquote, peacefully protesting. Until somebody said, you know what? We're gonna go storm the Capitol. We're going in. We're going in because that is our God-given right to go in there.
Oh no, this was not like they're finding out now that this was not like a last minute, like someone just like sparked it.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, they found all kind of social media posts and things like that, pretty much saying that they were going to storm the Capitol. And that's why people are getting arrested left and right, and they're getting their social media accounts shut down left and right because they pretty much set up like events on Facebook and things like that, and on Parler that was like, we are going to storm the Capitol.
Well, we're going in.
There was actually a guy who had on a shirt that said Civil War with the date of when they stormed the Capitol.
Well, there you go, people.
So they're finding out that it was premeditated.
Premeditated. So that right there should throw flags. But my whole just craziness about this is blankly this right here goes to show you how America show favoritism towards different groups of people. Because I could tell you now, if it was the Black Lives Matter group that was out there in front of the Capitol protesting, oh, they would have had SWAT lining up. They would have had the National Guard ready on standby. Everything would have been on pins and needles.
Well, you heard the latest development with the U.S. Capitol Police, right?
No what?
The latest development yesterday. If you guys don't know, we're recording this on Tuesday, so this is why this wasn't on last week's podcast that dropped on Sunday because we record these on Tuesday. But the latest development as of last night was a couple U.S. Capitol police officers were either suspended or fired for taking place for what they did during the protest riot, all of that stuff like that, because they found out there was one that put on a MAGA hat. There was one that was snapping up and taking selfies with the protesters and things like that. Some of them are being investigated because there's videos showing that where some of them have like, they opened the barricades and like pretty much almost walked them in. So they're heavily investigating the Capitol Police right now for their role because they're, they say they requested National Guard help ahead of time and it was turned down. They're saying they were ill prepared. They're showing where, they were getting favorable treatment. Like I said, you had an officer putting on a MAGA hat. You had one taking selfies with them inside the Capitol, just not doing their job and things like that. So far, one Capitol Police officer was killed by the Blue Lives Matter crew.
Wait a minute. This officer, he was working?
He was working and they say he got hit in the head with a fire extinguisher by one of the rioters.
And this is supposed to be...
This is the same group of people who were protesting carrying Blue Lives Matter flags.
Well, that goes to show you.
They beat a bunch of police officers because they would not let them through.
But Blue Lives Matter.
But yet I'm seeing in comment sections where now, the police are pigs because that one woman got killed.
Oh.
So now all of a sudden they're pigs and now they want to steal a hashtag, say her name. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No. Let me stop right there because that was another thing I wanted to say. The young lady that got killed. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't wish death or harm to anybody, but when you decide to make those decisions that you make, to each his own. Now, I would tell you this. The young lady who got killed, got shot. One bullet. That was it. One bullet. this one, pow, that was it. I saw the video. She got shot once. Let that been a black person. It would have been 20 bullets in that body. I don't care what anybody say. You can argue.
The whole crowd would have got sprayed.
Or the whole crowd would have got sprayed. But definitely, it would have been more than just one shot if it was a black person. I don't care. You could call me out on it. I don't care. You have every right to feel the way you feel, but that's how I honestly feel, because you cannot tell me, you cannot argue with me that day, the world, no, take it back, not the world. That day, America showed favoritism to these groups of protesters than it would if it would have been the Black Lives Matter group, or any, especially the Black Lives Matter group. I don't even want to say Black Lives Matter group, but especially if it was a group of Black Americans protesting. You don't even have to be the Black Lives Matter group. If it was a group of Black Americans protesting, it would not have went down that way. It would not. It would not. I don't care what you say.
The fact that the whole situation happened at all is just insane, because they said something like this has not happened since the 1800s, when the British burned down the White House and burned down the Capitol. And it's insane that this has happened. And the fallout from it is, like I said, you have officers that are getting fired or suspended. The chief of the U.S. Capitol Police is resigning next week, or actually, no, the end of this week. Trump has had all of his social media taken away, including Pinterest and Shopify. I don't know how you get banned from that and what he could use it for. Yeah, he got banned from Shopify, Google, and Twitter. Twitter took his heart and soul away practically. And Twitter is also getting rid of like a lot of QAnon conspiracy theory Twitter pages and things like that. Like, they're finally saying, okay, yeah, you've crossed the line, because Twitter has been saying in recent months that they were gonna get rid of Trump's Twitter once he was no longer president, because he was no longer protected under like diplomatic immunity.
But they're saying the hell with
But
that.
they're saying because he's like inciting violence and things like that, and he still was taking to his Twitter, posting videos talking about they stole the election from us, and still with all of the rhetoric about the lies about the stolen election and the fake votes and the dead people voting and all this stuff like that. It was like, because he even put out a video the day of, and they're like, well, you need to put out a video to tell people go home and peace, be peaceful and all this stuff like that. And he still was like, yeah, you guys should go home because nobody's more disappointed than me, because we all know they stole the election because I won in a historic landslide and both sides know this. And it's like, this is how you riled them up yesterday with the rally in front of the White House, and now this happened, and you still gonna put out a video saying that this is what it is, as much as it's been debunked by everybody, every Secretary of State, every court. You have brought no evidence and everything else, and you still preaching this rhetoric. So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Shopify, Pinterest, Google all took it away from him. Google App Store and Apple App Store has taken Parler out, so you can't download the app through those services anymore because they don't want to promote it. And it's just been a lot of fallout. So his cabinet members are resigning before next week because they want no parts of it. A source is saying that a lot of people who worked for the White House is depressed because they pretty much know they're not going to land a job after this. Like, it's like their careers are just done. So, and it's just crazy that this all happened in general. Like, this is something you hear about in other countries where, opposition leaders lead a coup and try to flip elections and just taking over governments and things like that. And it was just crazy to see that you really had a group of people storm the Capitol and have it shut down, and had all these senators and council members hiding in their offices, hiding in the chambers. There's pictures of them hiding on the floor, laying on the floor with gas masks on just in case, because they throwing tear gas, and they found a truck full of explosives nearby, which they are just like gracing over that part, that there was explosives found in and around the Capitol while all this was going on. This is something they're not talking about because they're just talking about people storming it, but they actually arrested a lot of people who had guns, and they actually found explosive devices around and near the site, including a truck full of explosive devices, almost to do the same thing as what happened in Nashville on Christmas Day.
That dude probably was getting ready for going out there, and his shit just blew up on him.
No, he had planned to blow that up.
Oh, he did?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Now, with that being said, we had all this that went down. We also had the Georgia Senate race, and the Democrats won both seats.
Yes, they have. So now it's a 50-50 in the Senate, and that means the Democrats have a majority because Kamala Harris, anytime there's a tie, is the deciding factor.
So it's 50-50 in the Senate. In the House, we're running the House too.
Democrats are running the House, yeah.
So we got the House, we got the Senate, we got the presidency. My question is, with us gaining that in the Senate, what do you now, how do you now feel about President Biden and what's going to manifest in his presidency? Like,
it should be easier to pass a lot of things he plans for, because Obama was able to get the Affordable Care Act passed, and he was able to get, Don't Ask, Don't Tell repealed. He was able to get gay marriage and all that passed because he had the majority. So he had the votes. But as soon as Mitch McConnell and them took over the Senate, they would determine that they were going to make him a one-term president and things like that. And a lot of people don't understand that. Yeah, a president could push for things, but at the end of the day, it's up to the Senate and the House to pass it. So that's why it's important to vote for everything. And this is why it was such a big deal for Georgia to turn those seats blue, because without it, Mitch McConnell would still be in charge, and he would still just be saying no for the sake of saying no because he's a Republican.
Right.
And this is why Mitch McConnell is the reason why you haven't gotten a stimulus check since May. Mitch McConnell is the reason why this time around you're getting $600 instead of $2,000.
There you go.
Because he's blocking it just for the sake of blocking it. Because he can. And because he's in charge. But now he has to actually push for votes. Because he doesn't have the sweet, cushy majority that he's used to having.
So with that being said, like I said, I'm hoping that we will see, because it's been a long time since, the Democrats had a Democratic president with a Democratic
House and a Senate. Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been since probably midway through Obama's first term.
So with that being said, I'm ready to see what changes, because I'm not gonna lie. I mean, as I'm getting older and in life, these things, these choices that they make, they do affect on a lot of things that's important to me. Like, me and Creel, we trying to get a house, so that affects everything. Our credit, with
your
these
taxes that you pay,
the taxes,
your healthcare. Right now, the stimulus, how we handling COVID,
all of that.
All of this is a big deal, and I'm glad people are finally learning that if you want things to change, you got to go vote for more than just the president.
That's what I was about to say. And I'm not gonna lie, you told me, we talked about it, but it's like, you really emphasize the importance. It's not just the presidency; it's on a local level.
Yeah, you got to vote federal, state, and local level. You got to vote from president to dog catcher.
On a real
look, you got to vote for everything. If you want change in the criminal justice system, then you have to vote for the DA. You have to vote for the sheriff. You have to vote for the mayor who picks the police chief. You have to pick the judges. you vote for all of those positions. Those are not appointed positions. Those are positions you elect. And so you have to pay attention to the candidates. You have to do your research. And if you want change, you have to vote from president all the way down to local level.
Take your asses to the polls
And vote
Keep
for
on doing it.
everything. Because some
Vote for
people in the presidential
everything.
election was only hitting the button for president and submitting their ballot and not voting for senators and congressmen and all them things like that.
And also read up on those amendments too.
Yeah. Because those are your property taxes. Those are,
Those are what's going to
your
legalize
city taxes, your sale
weed,
taxes, all the
online
millages.
gambling.
Yeah.
Come on now. Need to legalize this weed thing.
All of that shows up on the ballot. Even Mississippi voted to change their flag.
There you go. I swear, I never thought that was going to happen.
Yep, they voted to change the flag, and they actually officially made it the flag, I think, yesterday, I believe. The governor officially signed making it the new official state flag for Mississippi. So
That's
no
right,
more
baby.
Confederate flag.
That's right, baby. Look, change is here, baby. It's time to get America back on track. That's all I'm saying. It's too much going on to where we should not even be in this situation. We need to be back to where we were when we was a prosperous country, where we was at peace, when we was taking care of the people in the country. I don't know if we ever was like that, but we really
And where the world looked to us for advice and not vice versa.
right.
Because as far as COVID is going on, everybody else seems to have it together but us.
Right. And they're taking care of their people too. That's the thing that's pissing me off.
We're the greatest country in the world, and meanwhile, Canada and the UK and them are giving people $1,500 to $2,000 a month
And
to stay home, and we got
$600.
We got $1,200 in May, and then they were arguing over $2,000 versus $600, and only gave you $600, and that wasn't until December. I got mine New Year's Day.
And then I didn't even get mine yet. And then they're saying that you gotta, if you don't get it when you file your taxes, then you could do it as a credit. I need my money now, just like everybody else. So it's crazy, y'all. But I'm just ready for next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday's inauguration.
So
Trump say he not going, but they say Pence is invited if he wants to go.
So him and the fly. So I'm just hoping everything goes well. I'm praying that nothing crazy happens. But I'm just, and you know what? And this goes going to the next topic. I am tired. I am exhausted with COVID and just with everything 2020 had brought. And I was telling Creole the other day, it's like, I don't want to say it's depression, but it's just,
it's fatigue.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm grateful that we're doing the podcast because this is kind of outlet where I can just decompress. But it's definitely, and I know I'm not the only person going through it. I know there's others out there, and if so, just you can reach out to us or just listening to us. If it helps, cool. I mean, wherever it takes. But I'm definitely have been feeling it a lot lately, and it's just I'm ready to come back to some type of normalcy. I just want to be able to go somewhere and don't have to worry about a mask and just drink and have a good time with my friends, and that's it. Don't have to worry about who this person been around, and this one can't do this because they hang with this person.
Right.
It's just there's a lot of precautions that you have to do nowadays.
And in case you didn't know, New Orleans had to fall back to a modified phase 1. So we're slowly falling back to being on a strict lockdown again.
So, and and with all that being said, I never took being able to go out and be sociable for granted. But for
I
the
took
people
wearing lipstick for granted. I'm serious. The other day I was like, I miss wearing lipstick but I can't because I'm gonna stain the inside of my mask. And I know it's like a tedious little small thing, but I do miss like putting on makeup and not having to worry about it staining a mask. Or the fact that a mask is gonna like cover up what I did to my face. Like there are days when I wanna like get like kind of glam and I can't because I have to wear a mask. And I know it seems so tedious, but like you really do miss like a lot of small things.
That you do. So, like I say, people, if you are having some COVID fatigue, just, talk to someone or listen to us as your outlet, but definitely don't dwell on it. Do something.
Talk to a therapist, talk to a friend, talk to a pastor, somebody.
Because God is good all the time. Yeah. Anyway, so
Some more lighthearted topics for the next
that-
half of this podcast.
it's a lighthearted. What was this? See, just let y'all know we talk about stuff during the week what we're gonna go over. I had realistic boycotting. What was we talking about?
Oh, the Rouse's boycott?
Yeah. One more thing before we go into some good stuff. So, while they had people, and look, once again,
You have freedom of speech.
you have freedom of speech.
It's not freedom from consequence, though.
That's right.
And First Amendment does not protect hate speech because a lot of people do not understand that because they believe that Trump is being censored and things like that. But once you start inciting riots and preaching hate speech, it's no longer protected under the First Amendment.
Town Grill. So with that being said, the owners of Ross's and Bromart.
Well, okay, so here's the thing about Rouse's. He's not the day-to-day operations. His son who actually is like a pro Black Lives Matter and lets like the employees wear Black Lives Matter stuff. He's the one that actually runs Rouse's.
Okay, so
The one who was at so Donnie Jr. is the one that runs Rouse's. Donnie Sr. was the one at the protests.
Okay, but does Donnie Sr. get any money for this?
Well, he probably does due to the name.
Okay,
And
then.
but I'm saying, but that's the part where it gets sticky because it's like, oh, well, he went, but like Donnie Jr. is like, no, but I'm like, I'm pro Black Lives Matter. Like, I'm not, I'm the complete opposite of my dad.
You should have had
and
a
now
talk.
he's going to ruin my business.
Should have talked with your dad. Well, then has Donnie Jr. came out and spoke about it?
Not that I saw, but Donnie Sr. had put out a statement, I think either Thursday or Friday. And then I wasn't paying attention because it was just a lot of fallout all weekend. So, I mean, Donnie Jr. may have put out something. I just missed it.
Donnie Jr., if you would like to come on to the podcast and speak your word, we are more than welcome to invite you on this platform. I mean, I don't know if you have any Rosses in India because we're very well known over there.
It's very low. Rouse's is very much a South Louisiana thing. I don't even think you can find a Rouse's in North Louisiana.
Well, I'm going to be real with y'all. I'm not boycotting Rouse's because first of all, I don't even go to Rouse's. I shop from Instacart, and Instacart shops for Rouse's for me. So therefore, and that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to keep on doing. Second, you got to realize they employ a lot of Black people.
They do. And I mean, you can't just tell, especially now when people barely have jobs as it is, you can't tell Black people they have to quit their job in protest. They have bills to pay. Y'all have to stop doing that to people. People, at the end of the day, people got bills to pay. And this is the South. We were talking about this at work. This is the South. You know how many places you would end up like not shopping at because the owner's racist and things like that. I'm not saying that you have to support it or you should support it. And yeah, I do feel like a lot of times we do have to get together and boycott. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Realistically, where I'm at, I have a Conseco's and I have a Rouse's that are both probably the exact same distance away from my house. I'm like right in between both of them. I shop in Conseco's a lot because it's small and things like that. But in being small, there are some things that they do not sell that only I can get from Rouse's.
And plus, this shit is high.
Yeah. And sometimes those smaller marts are high due to convenience and things like that. And yeah, a lot of people were like naming like Black-owned markets and stuff like that. But it was more like a lot of them were more like almost like farmer markets and things like that. And you can't get everything you need from a farmer's market. I'm
Right.
sorry. Because the farmer's market is not selling milk.
And does farmer market have Instacart? No. Okay.
That's what Retro was worried about, Instacart.
No, look, I don't like going to grocery stores. I don't
And
like
I'm not
crowds.
going to Walmart and when Dixie is ghetto. I'm sorry.
I don't like crowds, okay? I don't like crowds. I don't like people looking at me and all that shit. So what I do? Instacart. Plain and simple. And besides, I rather do Instacart because I know I could go through what I want, know I make it through the week, drop that shit off and call it a day. Okay? So yeah, Instacart. So yeah, I'm still buying shit from Ross's. So you feel me? Just like y'all people still was buying shit for Tommy Hilfiger.
Facts.
Y'all still buying Gucci shit.
Facts.
So yeah, get out of here with that. Like I said,
I mean, they have been boycotting it. I mean,
Oh, yeah, they
Rouse's have
have.
been empty.
they have.
But
Oh,
I'm
wait.
sorry if there's something that Rouse's has that Conseco's doesn't. I'm sorry, I have to go get it.
I'm waiting for them to do a damn.
Especially since it's a struggle to shop for groceries these days. Anyway,
I'm gonna see if they're gonna have a boycott sale. You know, since people haven't been buying shit. But so yeah. But like I said to you, everybody, each your own. You want boycott, more power to you. I understand your vision and why doing so, but I'm just letting you know me personally, and I'm not no sellout. You kiss my ass. Instacart, they shop from Ross's for me, so that's where I'm going. So anyway, done with all that bullshit.
now let's get to some more lighthearted things like we normally do.
We was talking about the other day about rom-coms. And we was saying how there used to be a time when they used to have a lot of them. But
Oh yeah, every time you turn around, it was a rom-com,
now,
whether it be black or white.
right. Now it's where you barely have them. So me and Creel was up talking and we're describing a few of them that we like. And one was Brown Sugar.
Brown Sugar is my favorite.
Now, I love Brown Sugar.
Brown Sugar is my favorite.
I love Brown Sugar. I love the whole storyline and everything. And since I'm Creole loves music. I'm a music lover.
Well, I just knew I was gonna be Sydney.
That's what you know?
I figured I was gonna be Sydney. I was gonna be I'm gonna be an entertainment writer.
My name is no, go ahead, Cindy. How you was gonna go, Creole?
Huh?
Come on, Creole. Give him your you say you was gonna be Cindy, so how you was gonna be on the interview? If I was an artist, how you was gonna come in?
Well, she wasn't like on radio or anything like that. She was a print.
I understand.
Because she worked for the Source.
I understand, but I'm asking you right now.
Are you talking about how she used to start her interviews and be like, what made you
That's
fall
what
in love
I'm
with
saying.
hip hop?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So
I don't know how I would start.
give me your Creole version of it.
Huh. I've never thought about it.
What? Hello, this in the mix with Vix, that's what that would be. So
It would be, and I haven't built that up yet.
shit. Anyway, on to the next one. Now this is Creole's favorite. I don't really care for it. No, I lied. Well, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say Two Can Play That Game.
I love Two Can Play. Oh, come on. I don't understand how you don't like Two Can Play That
I
Game.
don't care for it.
Why?
I don't like that game shit.
But it's funny.
I don't like that though. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying I don't like all that back and forth. Well, I'm gonna do this and if I do this, then he's gonna do that. And then if I do that, then she's gonna do that. And the thing is, it's always my
Because that's really how it be. That's really how it be.
So you was Vivica A. Fox and me?
Yeah, whenever I need to.
Oh, okay.
No. Yeah, you don't like Two Can Play That Game because you never play on the other side of the game. That's all that is.
Because I don't have time for that shit.
Oh, whatever. You still with me though.
Anyway, Just Right. I like Just Right.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. I hate, you know what? Queen Latifah always play good in these rom-coms, knowing that she's a lesbian.
It don't matter. It's called being a good actress.
She is good, but it be pissing me off.
Because remember we was going through the list of different actors that were gay. And they're like amazing actors and actresses.
Yeah. But it pisses me off.
Just because they're gay, and then you got straight actors that can play gay. I mean,
it doesn't
it's
matter.
called acting.
I know it's called, and call's pissing me off.
Whatever. Why? Because you got a crush on Queen Latifah?
Hell no, that big old bull dagger.
She's not a bull dagger.
Man, have you seen that movie? What was that movie she was played as singer?
Yeah.
You saw that?
But the singer was gay.
Yeah, but you saw that movie?
Yeah.
Sitting there, you saw her. She saw with chest all out. All they need to do is have her wearing some men whitey tighties and shit. That would have been it for me.
But see, I like to think of Queen Latifah from Chicago.
Yeah.
Singing "When You're Good Mama" with her titties all up in her neck.
I'm down with that, Queen. And let me let y'all know, I love the LBGTQYXUV community. Whatever the letters you guys got. All right, side note. And I think I'm gonna get off of this app because I've become a junkie.
You on Tinder?
No, fool.
We talking about gay people and you start talking about the app.
I was Clubhouse.
Oh, yeah, that's become your crack these days.
Cause people, they be having some interesting conversation and just interesting thing. Like when they have a chat. So the way, I don't know if you're on Clubhouse, but the way it's set up, it's like different chat rooms people make. And you could come in and you can either listen or you could chime in if they let you. And you have people who moderate it to where, you know who they could pick and everything. So one of them was they had gay men asking straight men questions.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
It was. So I went and listened to it, and I'm not gonna lie, it was some good questions asking. There was like one of them was why do straight men I want to make sure I say it right. Okay, so one of them was like, how come straight men don't support their or help out the transsexuals women?
Uh-huh.
And one guy said, well, I do. He's like, I do. One of my workers, identify as a woman and blah, blah, blah. Another one was why what's the agenda of straight men when it comes to the gay community? I'm like, what they meant by agenda? Because you ain't seem like we have plans to take you guys out or get rid of y'all or something in that matter.
But some people do have that mentality though.
So one guy was just saying like, I respect, your, being homosexual. One of the straight guys said, he respect the person being homosexual, but he doesn't agree with it or whatnot. So then I had a gay guy comment. He said, well, I don't, either you respect it in all of its nature or you don't at all. Cause he's like, I don't agree with it. And it's like, I mean, like I say, everybody is to each his own. You can't force me. And like I say, it's a very touchy subject. But like I told them, I said, look, I don't have problems. I love all the guys' creations, gay, straight, whatever the case may be. I respect you guys. You respect my peace of mind, vice versa. And it was talking about, if your kid was to be gay, would you, love your kid and everything? And one of the gay guys like, I wouldn't want my kid to be gay. I don't want to be gay. But I'm like,
that's not your choice. That's what people gotta realize. That's not your decision.
I'm like, you gay and you're sitting here not wanting to be. You talking about how I won't. I'm gay. I wouldn't want my son to be gay because I wouldn't want him to go through it. But my thing is this: either you accept for who you are.
Ask Atlanta how that not accepting who you are worked out for them.
That's all I'm saying.
That is the city of down low, boy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like if you're gay, you're gay. Okay, that's fine. I don't have no ill will. I don't look at you differently. But if you're gay and you're upset about it, honestly, I couldn't tell you. I wouldn't know what to
I
tell
don't
you
know.
what to
I
do.
don't know what to tell you if you like you're gay and you're mad that you're gay. Like that's something you got to figure out. I can't help you with that.
So I was like, would I disown my child
I don't know.
if they was gay? No.
No.
I'm gonna love my child regardless. But I don't know. Like I say, it has a lot of crazy subjects like that in it. So
Back to the rom-coms. Boy, you have the shortest attention span.
Macy just texted me wishing my condolence. Can I get some red beans and red velvet cake?
You can't get the same setup I got when my mom passed. That's just for me. That's my personal menu. You got to get a new menu.
Kiss my ass.
You better ask her to make you some chili or something.
I want no chili.
Tell her fry you some chicken.
No, I want red beans. So what was the other rom-com we was talking about? Sorry about that. Side note, you guys.
We said Brown Sugar. We said Just Right. We said Two Can Play That Game. Think Like a Man. Think Like a Man 2.
I like those. Boomerang.
Think Like a Man brought back. I think Like a Man brought back like the rom-com.
I agree.
Because we hadn't had like a good black rom-com in a while until Think Like a Man came out. But yeah, Boomerang is definitely a classic from back in the day.
The Wood. That's my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. The Wood is the movie that I felt that's how my life would have been if I moved to the city.
Yeah.
If I would have moved to the city,
I could have seen it been like that.
My life would have been like The Wood.
You trying to learn how to be hip and cool.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Trying to learn trying to get with the bounce music and stuff.
Yeah, most definitely. That would have been me. Now the most recent one, Top 5.
Yeah.
That's the most recent rom-com that I say that I enjoy.
It's a slept-on rom-com, but it's a really good movie. Because when we went to go see it, we didn't know what to expect when we saw it, and it was a really good movie.
It definitely was.
And it's just that we were saying, and I know my dad's gonna hear this, but like, here you go with your rant about Tyler Perry. Yeah, but
go ahead, say it.
But like me and Retro was saying, for the longest, there was a lot of like black rom-coms or even like dramas, but it was like too much drama. Like
Daddy's Girl. Don't get me wrong, I love Daddy's Girl. I do like it, but I ain't gonna lie, it's a little extreme. It's very extreme.
All of his stuff is extreme though.
This man has 3 daughters, and the daughters are staying with the mama, who's the mama boyfriend is a drug lord. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot going on.
It's just that, and I mean, it's not even just him either. It's just that you started having like a lot of black romance films that almost made you feel like you couldn't be in a relationship if you was black unless there was like a crap ton of drama. Like it just had to be just so stressful and so drama filled. And it wasn't until like you were like beaten half to death by your husband,
Right.
or like, completely broke or on crack or all kind of stuff like that. It was almost like until you've experienced that and then turn your life to God, only then will you find everlasting love from some light-skinned man with a bad wig. And so, and it started getting to that point where it was like, it was just too much drama, and it just always was drama. And I really think it had an effect on people. I think it legit had an effect on people where you have people who think their relationship has to be full of drama. Like I really know some people who feel like relationships are boring if it doesn't have drama.
Oh yeah,
if it doesn't involve a break baby or getting cheated on, creeping around, constant arguing, chicks calling the phone, dudes sliding in the DM, then the relationship is boring. Like I know a lot of people that probably think me and Retro's relationship is so boring because it's like practically drama free. Not saying we don't get into arguments, but it's not like oh, you was out all night and I seen you hugged up with some chick, or I caught you in bed. Yeah, it's not toxic.
And some people just love that toxic.
They love it, and that's their favorite thing in the world. And they love those toxic movies. And when you ask them about, what's their favorite rom-com and things like, oh, child, I don't watch that. I just watch scary movies, and I watch this movie, that movie. It's like, why do you like all that drama? Like, you don't like to laugh. You don't like to enjoy things. Like, you don't like enjoy watching a romantic movie where it's legit just like guy meets girl. Here's all the, here's just the course of their relationship. That's a good romantic comedy. It's not like all this drama. It's just like the course of a relationship. Because this came up because I just watched The Photograph with Issa Rae and Lakeith Stanfield, and which actually half of the movie takes place down here in Point Lahash.
Down the road
in Plaquemine.
Down the road in Plaquemine,
but on the other side of the river where my grandma people from.
But down in Point Lahash.
In Point Lahash, where my people from.
Oh, but yes, sir. That's what I heard down there.
That's where the Creoles are from.
Oh, I got to watch that movie. I want to see if they got any of my relatives in there.
They probably do, because the mama boyfriend was a fisherman.
Oh, this movie might be based off one of my relatives.
He had the Cajun Reeboks and everything.
Oh, now you know about the Cajun Reeboks.
Oh, they was authentic. Yeah. Okay, right. They had the Cajun Reeboks.
All right, you learned it.
But but I was explaining the retro. He was asking me about the movie, and I was just saying, like, it wasn't like heavy in drama. It just legit was just a story, like two parallel stories about Issa Rae falling in love with Lakeith Stanfield and the background of her mom falling in and out of love and how she lived her life and how how her relationships and stuff like that affected her raising Issa Rae's character. But there was no like heavy drama. There was no screaming. It probably was like one of the quietest Black movies I've ever seen. I've seen recently because there wasn't no, oh my God, you did it. It wasn't like all that screaming and hollering and crying. I mean, there was a little bit of crying, but I mean, it wasn't like super dramatic. There was just like some tears of like goodbyes and, a little bit of heartbreak, but it wasn't like extreme heartbreak.
Right.
And I felt like that's what we had gotten away from at one point, where things had to be like super dramatic, And so, yeah, we had got away from like the two can play their games and the just right and things like that. And so when Think Like a Man came out, it was a breath of fresh air of just a comedy of a bunch of Black people in a relationship, like just different types of relationship, but in a relationship. And that's all it was. So I'm just looking at you setting the mood with the candle. Couldn't help you so.
Well, I tell you what, I can't wait till we get our place on home to stop video and set up so people can see.
So you have a nice background and some candles lit and
some
ambiance and some incense going on.
Because when we start with the video, we're going to definitely be.
We're going to start with the video when we have our own setup, when my dad is not heard in the background teaching a class, or Herb is leaving for work,
right,
or my sister's coming in from work.
So just bear with
us. There probably will be a dog in the background, though. I can't help that.
Dog where?
There'll be a dog in the background.
Where?
When we get our house.
When?
When we get our house.
What dog?
When I bring one home.
We'll see about that. But yeah, so like I say, those movies with all that drama, all that toxicity of, you got to go through hell and high water to find love. Yeah, y'all could keep that shit.
Because it's not true. There'll be some issues in your relationship, but a relationship should not be miserable. It should not be.
Nope.
Like I said, a lot of people probably think me and Retro's relationship is so boring. Because I was telling Retro, I was like, I love my R&B music, be listening to my R&B music, be listening to the Please Take Me Back and to make up the breakup type stuff. And I just thought about it. I was like,
hold on.
we've never had that situation.
Stop your fucking lying.
What'd I do?
That is not what you listen to.
That is what I listen to. That's part of it.
A slim part of it. The majority of her shit is
Don't you
screwing
lie.
your hair, eating your hair, licking this hair. I don't want to, but I'm gonna screw you. Screw. Make love to you.
You make me sound so terrible. That is not all I listen to, y'all.
Yes,
no, it's not. That's all I sing to him, but that's not all I listen to.
Why she sings that to me? Because that's all she listens to. What's your playlist? What you got it called?
My sexy time playlist.
Exactly.
It's my mood music. It's not all about that though.
Where your phone at? Pull up the playlist.
I'm pulling up.
And let me read it.
You want me to read it?
No, I'm going to read it. She talk all that shit.
But he makes it, y'all, he makes it sound so raunchy, even though I think I may have added Inside Part 2 recently. Don't judge me.
Pull up the playlist. See,
I have the playlist.
All right, y'all. Sexy time playlist.
It's not terrible, y'all.
First one, Panty Dropper.
Of course, it's the intro.
Panty Dropper.
Read them all. No, read them all. Don't sit up here and skim through them and just put the sexy ones out.
All right. Trey Songz, Panty Dropper. Love by Kendrick Lamar.
See, not that bad.
Location, not bad.
See?
Drake, Hold On, not bad. 5 o'clock in the morning, T-Pain, you know. So Anxious, you know. Nice and Slow, you know. Get Me Home, Foxy Brown. How'd they go?
Huh?
How'd they go?
With Blackstreet?
Yeah, Get Me Home.
Ooh, baby. Gotta get you home with me tonight.
Oh, okay,
yeah. Uh-oh.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah.
You Belong to Me.
Mm-hmm.
Versace on the Floor.
Mm-hmm.
Girl of My Dream.
That's not bad.
Dive In. Sweet Love. Seduction. Nothing But a Number. Make Love. I Invented Sex. Do It to Me. Say It. Love Faces. That's What It's Made For. Take You Down. Neighbors Know My Name. Please Me. Sex for Your Stereo. Controller. I don't even know why that's on there. Number One Fan. Gorilla. Freak in You. Mirror. On Top. And mind you, the main ones who, now I'm reading these, but the main ones are anything by Trey or Chris. Those
no,
are
it's not, because I got Genuine and Usher.
No. You do. Those are nasty, but they tasteful nasty. Chris and Trey.
No, none of the Chris Brown ones are raunchy. Take You Down might be.
No, that's
Girl of My Dreams is really sweet.
Take You Down. That's not nasty, Chris, though.
No, because that was like 18-year-old
Chris.
Chris.
Yes, 18-year-old Chris. No, I'm talking about, I already know, On Top, Trey Songz.
Yeah.
Inside Part 2, Trey Songz.
Well, absolutely. Inside Part 2.
Still Scratching Me Up, Trey Songz.
Yeah.
Janae Aiko, Pussy Fairy, but you know, whatever.
You had me add that.
Back to Sleep, Chris Brown.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Hard Times, Trey Songz. That's all you only got 46 songs. I feel like this shit is longer, or should have been longer.
It's gonna be longer. I'm still building it. It started off as just like 20-something songs. I'm slowly building it. Like as I like listen to my stuff on shuffle.
So when you do shuffle and I hear a lot of Trey, is that a special playlist or you just be like play songs by Chris Brown?
Oh, you talking about at night sometimes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sometimes I'll just be like, Alexa played Janae Aiko, Alexa played Chris Brown, Alexa played Trey Songz. And they'll play like just either their stuff or things they're featured on.
Okay. Because like I say, on this playlist, you don't have a lot, but there's times when I'm talking to you, I'm hearing
Chris
you hear
Brown.
Right.
You hear constant Chris Brown or Trey Songz or Janae Aiko. Yeah, no, that's because I tell Alexa to play Trey Songz, Chris Brown, or Janae Aiko.
Anyway, like I say,
it's not that bad.
the list is not bad, but
I didn't put Don't Judge on there. It could be worse.
anyway, like I said,
I was listening to Don't Judge at work twice, and I was like, I should not be listening to this. But nobody else hears it, so I'm just gonna let it roll.
no.
Trey Songz was talking about making videos for Don't Judge and Inside Part 2 and putting it on his OnlyFans. Because you can only make a sex tape to those songs.
And it's probably gonna be a porno, so that's all it is to it.
Could it be anything else with like songs with like slurping and like skin slapping in it?
And you see, and she comes across this shit. I ain't never even heard of it. She comes across it though.
I be schooling retro, y'all. Cause okay, maybe this could be our next topic. The difference between how we download music.
Okay.
Because you like to just go through and just download the things you know that were hits and things you heard on the radio and things like that.
Not all. Once it depends what you're talking about. If we're talking about hip hop music, R&B, there's different ways that I do things. They are. It depends on the genre of music. But
I download whole albums.
You are about the lyrical content.
I am. I'm about the lyrical content. I'm about the project as a whole.
Right.
And I also believe that when you download stuff outside of stuff you've already heard and you just listen through an album, you will find new songs that you enjoy that aren't necessarily like radio hits and like popular songs. And you be like,
agree.
Oh yeah, this is my jam. Cause like you was asking me about like my favorite Drake song. And I started naming a bunch of songs that you hadn't heard.
Right.
Because, I mean, you're not really a Drake fan like that to be downloading whole albums.
No, I like Drake.
No, but I'm saying like, but not to the point where you download whole albums.
I'm not a college girl, but yeah. You know, not a college girl with it, but.
But yeah, but you don't download like whole albums. And I started like naming songs from albums that you hadn't heard. And when I started playing them, you was like, oh yeah, this is a good song. And that's how I feel. Like when you listen to a whole album, you start finding other songs that might not necessarily be a radio hit or a hit with everybody else, but it'll be your jam.
Right.
Because I've introduced a lot of people and I've introduced Retro to like a lot of songs that he's like, oh, I've never heard this song by so-and-so before. Oh, who's this? And I'm like, well, this is so-and-so. Like, this is Chris Brown. This is Drake. Like, this is Wayne. And then, well, not Wayne, because he listens to all of Wayne. But I'm like, he's like, oh, I actually like this song. And I'm like, yeah, this is so-and-so. This is like on their album. But I'm all about lyrical content and projects as a whole. So I'm a big stickler for whole albums being good.
You know what? I think it's because, especially like, I think that has to do a lot with our kind of, I want to say it probably has a lot to do with our passions because, you went to school for journalism. So you write.
And that's probably it.
And you do a lot of reading and writing stories. So therefore, when it comes to music, I mean, you enjoy the music, but you also enjoy, like you said, the project as a whole. You listen to the lyrical content,
how it flows,
right?
If it's a story, if it's
me, I'm a musician, I'm a saxophonist, so I'm all about
the music,
in the background, the how the song was put together. I could care less about the lyrics behind it because I'm not really listening for that. Now, depending on the singer, but that goes in effect is if the singer is really bringing the type of singing that touches me. But other than that, I'm listening to everything in the background. So that might be why we pick music differently.
Mhm.
But I told you that I'm going to start getting to the habit of downloading albums, going through them, listening to other songs, and, X the ones I don't care for and keep the ones I do like. So,
and I think it might also be, this might be because of my less rich upbringing. When CDs came out, we were still buying albums on cassette tape for a minute. So I had Crazy Sexy Cool on cassette. There was no skipping a song at that point.
Well, yeah.
You had to just pop the tape in and just let it roll. But also with that came the artist had to put together a good album. And once CDs came out, I actually had a rule, and this was even like middle school, high school. I had a rule where I was not, because at the time, $17 was a lot of money.
Hell yeah.
And my mom was not about to buy me an album every week. So I very much, my rule was 3 hit singles and then I go buy the album. If I like 3 songs off the album, then the album's probably good. And I usually wasn't wrong.
That's a good rule of thumb.
So I usually wasn't wrong. Now, by the time we got to like 05, studio record labels would like put out 1 single, maybe 2 before the album would drop, or they would put out 1 single and at least like samples of like this other songs on the album, and then I was able to then start getting albums sooner, also because I started working and paying for it myself.
Right.
So I was able to go get Neo's first album because I had heard Stay With Me, So Sick, love both of those songs, then heard like one other song sampled like on a website and was like, okay, yeah, I think I'll go get his album. Same thing with Rihanna when she came out.
So,
but yes, I download whole albums. I'm all about lyrical content. I love songs that are a story, such as like Omarion's What Are We Doing? Chris Brown's I Should Have Kissed You, Neo's Fade Into the Background, Trey Songz I Almost Lose It, or YAS. I'm like that. And that's like the type of songs I've been introducing retro to, because I'm like, oh, you haven't heard this song. What song are you listening? I was like, listen to the lyrics. Like it's a story.
Yeah, like I said, I'm definitely gonna start downloading albums and listening to. Like I said, I need to download the Jasmine Sullivan album. We might do that.
Yeah.
Once we get off of here and download it and listen to it. And just
and I really do hope that her and Issa Rae get together and do the visuals for that album.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be dope if she does. But you guys, it's that time.
Oh, it just went by so fast.
I know we was running it today, baby. We're gonna keep on running it. Once more, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into another episode of All But Yeah. I want to give a shout out to everybody who's listening, subscribing. Once more, spread the word, spread the love.
Share us on social media.
Free, baby. This is free. All you gotta do is to subscribe, download, and listen. It doesn't cost you a dime. We're looking for sponsors, baby. We need you to go out there and do the damn thing.
And let us know if y'all like our little teasers, because we worked hard on our little teasers last week.
That's right.
For last week's episode. So let us know if y'all like those, because we could post more of those and you guys can share it.
We're going to post more of those.
We're going to post more of those so you guys can share them and share it with your friends.
And like I say, in this bear words, I guarantee you, once we get our house together and we set it up, because we're going to do it. That's one thing about me and Creole. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. We're not going to half-ass this. You're going to enjoy it, and you'll be able to. And
with our new schedule for a while, we will see, but we should be able to do this weekly
right
now.
Right,
so you may be getting more content more frequently.
Exactly.
No more 2-month hiatuses. So friendly.
Exactly. So, but once more, like I said, I'd like to thank everyone for listening and tuning in. Make sure, like I say, you subscribe to it on either Spotify, however you're listening to us right now. Subscribe. Comments,
rate
share,
us.
rate us. Like I say, spread us throughout your friends. Tell us about us. If there's anything you want us to mention or talk about, you can hit us up on Creole.
Creole.retro.
Creole.retro?
Mm-hmm.
That's on Instagram?
That's on Instagram.
And the Twitter is, I want to say it's the same.
It should be the same, because we try to keep the Instagram and the Twitter the same.
Right.
So hit us up on Creole.retro, or hit us up on Creole_Vixen_ or Retro_Ralph_. And feel free to hit us up in the comments. Feel free to hit us up in our DMs and let us know what you want us to talk about. When you see us post about the podcast, feel free to comment underneath the post and let us know what you want to talk about. We want to talk about what you want us to talk about. So we want you to be able to enjoy and feel like you can engage and like join in the conversation. So let us know what you want.
We are definitely, we are open to that. We're not, we're not one side. We want to be able to engage with the listeners out there. So make sure you hit us up, and we'll be right there waiting for you guys and giving you shout outs. And like I said,
and we're big social media people, so we'll probably respond pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Definitely Creole. Especially on Twitter. I'm gonna forget.
That's my Shade My Rant page.
Yeah. That's what she do her that's what she
Okay,
do
I
her
didn't. I
little,
didn't rant. I didn't rant last time,
that's
but
what she do her little dirt on that page.
whatever.
But we love you guys. You take care. Stay safe wherever you are. And until next time, peace.
Bye.
Let's go. It's Creole. Let's go. It's Creole. Let's go. Your girl Creole. Let's go. Your girl Creole. Oh yeah. It's your girl Creole. Let's go. It's your girl Creole. It's your boy Retro. It's your boy Retro. But yeah.